Hey guys, hope you are well. Today I'm gonna show you my lovely studio and which gear I'm using and for what. I'm not using sound though, but I'm gonna show you how I'm using it and I explain what for and when I got it. So that will be very interesting because this is my whole sort of life journey and they traveled with me to many places and I made my albums with it, so yeah. I'm looking forward to show you this. So let's just start with this big boy, shall we? So it's the Moog Sub 37. It's one of my favorites. It has really steady knobs. I love them. I love the kind of wavetables I can create with it and the sounds that come out of it. The sequencer is super dope. Sorry, my keys are a bit yellow. That happens over time. And the filter, probably Moog is really known for that, and the multi-drive makes your sound super fat. I will create a tutorial about it because yeah, this is such a cool toy to have. Then we have of Native Instruments the Komplete keyboard, and I love it. I got it as a present from Native, and it is just so good to work with this because you have here the display with hairs and dust. And it works really well for if you want to just not be on the screen the whole time but just play around. So therefore I really love it, and the Native Instruments plugins are insane. It's like just you have like a own Native Instruments synthesizer. So then we have Mr. Casio. Yes, I love Casio. I love this keyboard so much. I think it's the CTK 4200. Yes, it is. Yeah, so it has really cool presets. I love it because it's very sci-fi and I use it with a reverb and yeah, I use it mainly for strings, background sounds and all that stuff. It's super windy here. I think you can hear it. Then we have the Soundcraft mixer. I love this one. It's the EFX8. It has all these FX channels which you can use as a bus for your reverb or whatever, your effect. And you also have an aux, which is also cool. You can use it as like that as well. I think you need to give up then a channel or something. And it has also some effects in it, I think, yeah, from Lexicon, which are cool. I'm not using it that often, but if I do, I mainly combine it with a reverb. So this reverb I am using so much. It's my precious. Oh my. Yeah, it's my favorite. My favorite preset is the Magneto. I also really love the shimmer that creates a sort of extra ambient sound, like an octave higher or something. And the Magneto sounds, it sounds warped, like your sound is really warped. And it's just such a cool sound. Like if you haven't got this, go get it. Okay, this one, I love you, Doopfer. I love this. So this is really one of my favorite ones. And I had this since the beginning already, like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. It's a mono synth and analog. So I love what you can do with the LFOs here. It's actually burning. I have it all on. And I love that you also can have like a little synthesis with it, so you can patch, which is cool. Yeah, it really has a really crispy sound and bass sound. You can create so many cool bass sounds, especially when you put this parameter like this and like this. Like this is the perfect setup for it. But the LFOs are super cool with this. I love it. And I love how it just works and the layout, and it's for me super easy to read. So yeah, I can talk about this for ages. Let's go for the next one. The dusty cork. Why are you so dusty? I need to clean you. I'm so sorry. So Korg FM, Volca FM, I love the Volca series. They're tiny, so look at my hand. Like, it's tiny, but perfect for my fingers. And I love the sequence in this. I love the touch play. I'm really used to the touch play right now. I started off with an iPad, so I had to get used to that a lot. I love the transpose as well, so you can shift in octaves. The decay sounds really beautiful. And also I love the different kind of programs you have on with the algorithms. So the algorithms, if you change this, it basically has influence on the FM sound. So that's, you get just 32 different sounds. You can change the tempo and yeah, poly, mono. And you can store your presets as well. So super handy, and everything is MIDI and can sync, and yeah, easy to carry with a live show. Sorry. Then we have the multi-clock. I think it's from ERM. I think so. And maybe I'm wrong, guys. Can be. I'm so sorry if I am. So this multi-clock is the master of my whole set. Without this thing, I can't do anything. It basically clocks every device I hook up with it. So, and you can create a cool shuffle, like a swing. And you can also time your sound with the other sounds, basically. You can also use it as a slave. So then you have like an input from something else, from a drum computer or whatever. Yeah, so you can change the BPM in here. If you don't have this as well, if you're an analog freak, get it as well. Okay. Then let's go to the Sculpt. It's a bit hidden with all the wires in here. I have it also in black. That was my first one, but the second one is an upgrade. It feels more solid. I love the touch play as well. So as I said, I'm really used to playing with touch play. It has some cool LFOs in here. And some cool parameters you can tweak the sound with. So it's a synthesizer, and yeah, it sounds fat, like good. And yeah, I love the sequencer in here as well, and the crispy sci-fi sounds. Then the little brother, it's the Craft synth. Love this one. I haven't played that much with it yet, but it has a sort of similar idea as the Sculpt. It has like hidden like second buttons and stuff, so you can, it looks tiny, but it has so many hidden features. So I need to still work with it, I guess, a bit more, which I'm gonna do this weekend. Okay, people that know me and saw me performing live, this is my best buddy. I have two of them actually, like there. Whoop. I have two of them. I love it. It's a drum computer, and it also has a synth part, so it is both actually. So this is a synth part you can use, and this is a drum part, and it's very intuitive. So it's very written out, so you can see in the whole layout what you have to change or what you can adjust. So you can store different patterns. You have a sequencer here below up to a length of 8. You can change the BPM, of course. You have some cool synth oscillators here, parameters, which are cool, or algorithms. And then you have also like a modulation part where you can change the sound left to right, like panning, or you can create some cool pitching noises. There's a synth filter part as well, so you can manage the cutoff and yeah, low pass filter, whatever you like. There are some different high pass filter. There are some different options. Yeah, and I love the sounds in it. It's really old school. Like, for me, it's super cool. Oh yeah, I should not forget this. Come on, this. Whew. The tubes, you have different kind of tubes. You can add some gain of it, and it sounds fat. So it sounds a bit like compressors, but then warm, and it's like a tube kind of sound. So it's, yeah, you really can lift your sound to a sort of next level with that kind of tweak. So such a cool device, love it. Yamaha FM synthesis, yes, love it. I have to use this again a bit more. It was for a long time in Holland and I moved to Australia. So yeah, there is a lot of cool oscillator parts and modulation parts on this. There's also some drum sounds on it. But yeah, especially really FM. And I'm a big fan of, yeah, what I already said, sci-fi sounds and stuff. And I can't wait to use it again. It's a bit funny because it's an old device, so it has some kind of little bugs already, which is annoying for going live. But yeah, I love it. There's also a little part with effects on it, and yeah, I also really love the layout, how it works, the sequencer, and you see already, like, I have a sort of common thing how I work, and it's a lot of times with sequencers, and I feel like ambient is a lot about that. So yeah, that's for me the way I work. Here, my lovely cables, love them, can't be without cables. But this is the Roland TB-3. I had some stickers here, so sorry for the ugliness, Roland, and it's a bit dusty. I changed the knobs. They are from DJ Tech Tools if you want. They are cool. I love the funny kind of own part. It has a touch play and it has also a sequencer, and it's mainly a bassline. Yeah, for basslines. However, I'm using it really as a synth, and as different percussion parts. So it's super dynamic, and I love the way that there are some effects in it integrated. So if you're gonna record the audio, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's this button actually, the scatter. I'm a scat man. So, and the keyboard function, yeah, what I said, everything is touch play in here, and works perfectly and seamless with the multi-clock as well. Let's go to my rack, which is a bit empty at the moment. So I have here again the Korg Electron MX. I have also the red one, the sampler. It's in the living room. Yeah, that's the sampler version of it. And this is the Ableton Push. So I have some digital MIDI keyboards and devices. So this is the Ableton Push, which is really working well for live sets or activated clips, and also the workflow. So, which is easier because you don't need to watch all the time to your screen. So it's basically a copy from Ableton into a device. It has also a screen, so you can see everything, and the parameters will appear there. And yeah, it's easy to record clips and use it as a sampler as well. So yeah. My favorite books. Bukes, Kim Bjorn, you're my hero. I love them. I would advise anyone these books, basically because these books are full of information. I would, if I had them when I started, I just was way more updated about everything. And Susanne Ciani, love you. You're amazing. She is a, how do you say that? Foil artist. Someone that made really cool sounds for movies and has a sick setup as well, and she is just one of the women I really admire in the electronic scene. So this is the Arturia BeatStep. It's also a MIDI device. It's really cool. So it has 4 functions in one. It has 2 sequencers, 1 drum part, and then I think this is like for a MIDI. I think it's for a modular device actually. So I lost a knob, as you see. But yeah, this one is really cool. It has so cool, it has a cool sequencer. It has some cool little effects here, swing, randomness, and probability. It's so easy to travel with because it has so many functions in one, and you can change here the notes and some inputs for each step. And yeah, you can have a cool roll loop, and yeah, I'm using this a lot of times. Handy, super handy with the Doopfer Dark Energy that I have. So yeah, cool. And then Mr. Electron Analogue 4. It's an analog synthesizer. I should dive into this a bit more, let's be honest. It's super dusty as well, and I'm so sorry, Electron. I need to dive into this. It is less intuitive for me to work with it, but the sound is unbelievable powerful, and therefore I needed this one in my collection. Thanks to Esther, my good friend, I could buy it from her, so of her. So yeah, love it. Little keyboard here, sequencer. I think you can run 4 sounds at the same time, and yeah, it's actually, oh, okay, I'm gonna use this now, like today. MacBooks, yes, I love MacBooks. They, this one I totally rebuilt. It's still from 2012, but I have now the new one, the M1s. Then I have my another native complete little keyboard if I have to travel, which is nice. Some Koshi, how do you say that? Koshi bells, Koshi chime bells. Really nice. They make a super nice sound. So yeah, it's good for my meditation practice and the sound bowls and healings that I do. So I'm a certified sound therapist, and this is what I use a lot of times for that. So love it. I love to get back into our bodies. Then my dear Adam and my big friend. I really love this one. It's the A7X. Yeah, it's just for me the perfect monitors. They are so balanced in the sound and they are so crystal clear. So for me this is the best way to make music. And also create DJ sets or whatever. They're just perfect for everything. Then my sound card, Native Instruments, my first sound card ever and still going. I don't have one with like 16 in and outputs. I'm gonna get a new mixer for that. So this one will be just like this. I might get a bigger one at some point, but now I'm good to go like this. So. And then my screen and another MacBook. So yeah. And your truest, the original synthesizer itself. Without me, nothing will work here. So I always consider ourselves as like a big synthesizer too. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna create more and more tutorials as well. I'm gonna create more jams. I'm waiting for the perfect mixer so I can just jam away and film it and record it. And hopefully inspire you for your creations. Especially ambient and experimental stuff. I'm stoked to show you more. So see you tomorrow and Sunday. I have something special. I hope you already saw the premiere. I'm gonna share an ambient live set, so you have to see that. Later!